the new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Tries to get a breather with the projectile. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Side switch in the corner. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Closing moment in there. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try and change the situation. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Burnout activates. Knockdown, and this is gonna hurt. The kick hits. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Who's going to break the silence first? Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Which of these fighters are going to get the SA gauge advantage here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Jumps up. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1, burnout activates. What'll happen here? Who will capitalize on the low heavy connected? Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. There uses the gauge for a super art. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 Hazanchu. A wheel corrects them. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Let's off a projectile to waste time. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Below heavy hits. Hits up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Strings it all together. throws them to negate the block. Will this super art connect? There barely takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Life lead opens up. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Burns lands a punish counter for the first hit. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent... The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 2 holds smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Risky up-close scrap still going. Peppers them with, ooh, what a smart blow. A quick breather. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Our weak knew the throw was coming. This can lead to something KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Puts one in the pocket. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Gets a good read on their opponent. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the tape and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Life lead opens up. Got their eye on the air. The corner makes it hard to escape. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. We may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Going in, Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Shinku Hadouken wraps it up with a decisive combo. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opts to create, fakes out the low kick. Gets carried to the fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Now, can they finish the job? Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. What's that? Overhead attack! Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. What now? Player 1 is in burnout, crowns him from above. All in with a rush. Charges up the plasma. Ugh, they picked this time to bust this out.
Pay attention.
Awesome! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Blocks the jump in. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Impact's a no-go. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Uses the drive rush here. Burnout activates. Life lead opens up. 110 closes out the round with a fireball. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Smart play with the throw. Goes for the rush. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 sends a bar on up to Kosho. Both fighters planning something? Finishes it with the anti-air. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Blocks the low heavy and overdrive Hadouken. Player 2 got smothered. But what now? The match just started. It's overhead attack. Oh, combo! Nothing stops this train. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Taking chunks out of each. Burns out. Medium kick. Excellent block. Oh, here we go. With super arts into play. It's really in. Oh, yo! Rock super hit. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Perfectly planned, perfectly executing. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the fireball to try and get it, brushes that off and keeps going. The combo's there. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Lots of aggression from both sides. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 2 in that dip with a super art connect. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. That combo, burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. What'll happen here? From upstairs. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Big throws. Brushes that off and keeps going. All in with a rush. Player 2 hopes they're going for the super art. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Doesn't touch the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, and look, adds a bit of OD spice there. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive management. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Hit that with confidence. Oh, here we go. Will this super art do anything? Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Ryu brings that MP and whooping ass to work.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 is mounting a comeback. Reads the jump in perfectly. They've got about half, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Oh, snipe! That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 1 willing to risk it for the overdrive. What are they gonna do? Burns out. Keeps him out. Fireball pressure. Are you kidding me? Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. The first round begins. No time to save. Scores a big punish counter with that opening drive impact shot. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Starting to sweat a bit. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Decent return on that combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? That drive impact is blocked. Burnout activates. Plenty of space between the fighters. In there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? From up above. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Peppers them with the lightning. It's a good spot to use the super. Hits the Sultan Ransa. She's gonna give them a rapid beatdown for some serious damage. Gotta be careful. Picks the air throw. Oh, yo, Raw super here.
Good enough.
Both fighters planning something in there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can.